All right, today's the day. Unboxing the BFG 2500 from Recteq. We got the Recteq Trailblazer, also part of the Christmas or holiday or Black Friday deal or something along those lines. I already got the Trailblazer unboxed, but the BFG is a two-person gig, so my wife's gonna help me out with this one. This will be our fourth or fifth Recteq now. We'll talk a little bit more about that once we get it unboxed, and enjoy the show. It's probably going to take us a bit. It's the middle of January. It's a little chilly in the garage, but we got the pets with us, and we got the buddy heater going. All right. All right, so the first step in this project requires a hammer as we start prying off the wood pallet that the grill shipped in. So I'll keep you posted and let you know roughly how long this overall process takes. We've put together a few other Recteqs, and pretty much if you follow the YouTube video of assembly instructions, you're good to go. All right, phase one is done. The pallet paneling's been removed. Didn't take too long with that hammer that I shared with you all. So next, the revealing. Is everybody excited? So the lid is off. And, be nice if we were to put it in the garage the opposite direction. Got to get all the stuff out of it from over here and lay it on the cardboard over there. Before we probably are able to lift this thing up, because it's 400 and something pounds. And I got my half, but I don't know if she got her half. So the nice thing is when the cart and stuff is out of there, it's not as heavy. But the beauty is I'll just figure I'd give you all a quick shot of sort of how it all came packed in here. Tons of stuff. There's this one little, see that white cardboard thing over there? That was in here, holding everything taut so it wasn't, wrestling around in delivery. That's pretty standard with all the Recteq products that I've got. So we'll get all of this stuff out of there, the competition cart, the front shelf, all of that's in here. And once that's out, we'll probably be able to spin it around so you can get a better look at the grill, and then all the pieces, which will be laid out over there as well. All right. Oh, Recteq wasn't kidding. It's a big freaking grill. This is just the grill body there. Over this way, you'll see all the bits and pieces for us to get the competition cart put together. Those caster wheels are no joke. I feel like they're about 5 pounds each. But realistically, if you've never put a grill together, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not an overwhelming project. It's heavy. You do need to have a second set of hands for sure. This is the hardware that came with everything, and you'll see tons of black metal screws, sheet metal screws. That's primarily used for the competition cart. So lots of these suckers to deal with. But the rest of the hardware kind of goes to attaching things like your smokestack over here, your handles on the side, your bull horns on the front actually might already have the screws in them. And then you'll see we got more parts still over there in the white plastic. And I promise you, it's not overwhelming. Pretty much everything that's sitting over here on top of this, sorry if my garage is a tad junky, sitting over here is just grill grates. I mean, it's a pretty big space, so you have lots of grill grates that go inside of there. But above that is the PID controller and side table, which mounts over here, right? So some of those screws in that other box I showed you would be for that as well. So we'll keep you posted. We're going to get ready to work on assembling the competition cart now, and we'll let you know how that goes before we prep to move this big beast over to the cart. All right. So at this point in time, we got the competition cart pretty much all the way assembled. You got tons of these those little black sheet screws that we use there, kind of all the way around. And then you have this little inner framing bracket. Sorry, my lighting's not very good. That runs all the way around. That you put some screws in. So we're about to flip it over, put the caster wheels on, and those big behemoths. And once those are all installed, We'll likely put the grab handles on the grill right on these sides here, and then we'll lift it right onto the competition cart. So wish us luck. That'll be the moment of truth. It's all downhill from there. All right, update for you all. We got the grill on the cart. Was much easier than I thought. What would you say? Good. So we just had to put it on the cart from the bottom portion of the pallet. And basically what we did is we just moved the cart right in front of it and grabbed the side and lifted it off and on. It's pretty easy to do once you install the grab handles on the side, and these went on pretty easy, right? It's already a threaded rib nut of sorts, just like these down here for the handles. So you mount the handles on and it's pretty easy to lift up. Once we put it on the cart, all you have to do is start screwing it in these corner spots all the way around. So you have 8 screws to tend to there.
Put the nuts on the other side.
Yeah, and they use locking nuts, or nuts with locking washers and a flat washer on the backside. So the bulk of the screwing that you have to do doesn't require you to have to, thread on a nut from the inside. A lot of them are these rib nuts like you see here, which that's super helpful, and that's something you get on some of the smaller Recteq grills that we had to assemble. So big fans of that. Basically what we got left to do is we got to put the PID control and everything. We have to mount that right on here. We have the smokestacks to put on, and we still got the bull horns to put on the front, so it's looking a little muted in the front until that happens.
A
little naked. The shelf was pretty easy to install, and a helpful tip when putting this front shelf on. Make sure when you're starting to install these screws for the competition cart, like it says in the video, you use the screw hole on that side for the shelf. So don't waste your time putting it in if you haven't mounted that shelf up here. And again, this is something else that you need a second set of hands for. It's just really nice if you're not trying to do this by yourself. I think it's something you most definitely can do yourself, all the steps except for putting this big behemoth on top of the cart, but it might be ways to navigate that as well. So this is pretty nice, pretty sturdy table. I just put a decent chunk of my body weight on it, and it didn't bend or collapse. So off to the next step. Well, we are all but at the final frontier, getting the last few items out of the packaging. And pretty much at this point in time, every screw, nut, bolt's been assembled, and we're just putting grill grates and everything else in. Going to grab some aluminum foil for the drip tray. I already put a few pellets, just a handful or so. It's a bigger fire pot than in the Recteq 700 and some of the smaller ones. So it's a slightly larger handful of pellets in there. So we're going to foil up the drip trays, put the heat deflector in, and then we'll wheel it out to its final resting place. But man, Mondo lid. Excited to step away from it a bit so you can see it at scale. I know I'm a little bit close, but don't have a whole lot of real estate at the moment. But you'll get a full shot of the grill in its entirety once we get the rest of the bits in. All right, it's the middle of the evening on a cold winter's night. And we got the BFG fired up for the first time. I'm going to do the burn in tonight, and I'll get some footage for y'all during the daytime so you can see what it looked like all set up. But kind of cool to be able to see the lights working. I mean, man, you can clearly see as bright as day all these shelves and what you're working with. So I'm gonna shut her down, or shut the lid at least, and let it come up to operating temperature. We'll see how long that takes. All right, so it's the next day, and just wanted to give you all a super quick update on the BFG 2500. Got it sitting here next to the Recteq 340. Not too long ago, I had a Recteq Bull 700 sitting in the location of these two, but I was able to sell that to a buddy and get something a bit bigger. Only thing I've done so far is just the burn in. So we did the hour burn in to get all the grease and everything off of there, but I'm thinking this weekend we'll light it up for the first time, get its first seasoning on there. I'm gonna just put a couple slabs of bacon on, and then some whole chickens. I'm planning to do both of those, 2 whole chickens this weekend. So not a whole lot, not testing it for capacity as of yet, but I do have a whole hog on queue for the summer, so that'll be exciting. So hopefully you appreciated the assembly video. I'll follow up after this weekend and potentially get out a first review video of how this thing cooked. But so far, can't complain. I mean, it's pretty legit.